Hey everyone, I'm Keisha Charmaine and I'm back with a new video. And in today's video, I'll be discussing why my locks make me feel sexier, or how my locks make me feel sexier. Now, one of my favorite things about embarking on a lock journey is that it really helps you to build your character. It really helps you to discover who you are naturally, especially if you're coming from a relaxer. If you don't know about my locks journey, I pretty much went from relaxer to locks with a year in between, almost a year in between, where I grew my natural hair out in braids, transitioning with braids and box braids, extensions. And once I took my extensions out for the last time, I started my locks, and it's been a journey of self-discovery ever since. And that's the thing, when it comes to life, we're constantly growing and evolving, so we're constantly in a state of self-discovery, right? Locks absolutely helped me to learn about myself, and the more I'm able to learn about myself, the more I become self-aware of my strengths and my weaknesses and my flaws and all those things. It just builds my confidence and my sense of self-esteem. So that's one way my locks help me feel sexier. Naturally, you feel sexier when you're confident in who you are as a person, and when you have a strong sense of self and self-esteem. That within itself makes you feel sexier, makes you feel more desirable the more you know your value, regardless if other people recognize your value or not. Another reason why my locks make me feel sexier is because my locks make me feel authentically me. You know, it's really trendy right now, or it's been trendy for a long time, to, you know, throw on different colorful wig, for instance, colorful hair extensions, or, you know, switch it up from short to long, red to blue to green to pink, you know what I mean? But that's not me. I prefer to look natural. I prefer to look like how God intended me to look, as far as my hair texture, you know. I used to like to wear a whole lot of makeup. I mean, I like makeup every now and then, but I prefer more subtle makeup now, these days, you know, to enhance what I have naturally going on versus, you know, transform me into something completely different. You know, locks help me feel a connection to not only my true self, but to my people, my African people, my Caribbean people, my Black people, you know what I mean? And that's authentic to me. And realness, authenticity is sexy. I believe that you can tell a lot about me from my locks. The fact that I have natural hair for the fact that I've been growing my locks for almost 12 years, the fact that I'm wearing it a natural color for me, the fact that my hair is so healthy, you can tell that I genuinely care about my presentation. I care about my roots, my literal roots and my roots. You know, you can tell that I care about these things, and you'll be right, and that's what's authentic to me. Another reason, and this is a big reason why my locks make me feel sexy or sexier, is because I feel a sense of exclusivity with my locks. You know, my locks give me a uniqueness. My locks make me feel special. Granted, of course, I'm not the only one with locks. I'm not the only one with long locks. I'm not the only one with this style in my hair right now with the half up, half down twist. But we are the minority. Most women are not walking around with their hair in locks. And I can even say this living in New York City, where locks are very common, comparatively speaking. You know what I mean? That makes me feel like I stand out. I mean, I don't want to stand out for anything ridiculous. You know, I don't want to stand out for anything other than me being authentic to myself. You know, if I'm standing out, let me be standing out because I'm exuding black goddess energy in a room that could use some black goddess energy. Another reason why locks make me feel sexier is because of how versatile locks are. A lot of people have a misconception that locks, all you can do is wear them up or down. But I have years worth of videos here on my channel that disprove that misconception, and I'll continue to disprove that misconception for as long as YouTube allows. And one of the reasons why that makes me feel sexier is because it's kind of like, told you so, like boom, you thought I couldn't do what I did it. Proving people wrong makes me feel sexier. I've had some people, not most people, but I've had a lot of people tell me that when I first started my locks, oh, Keisha, you're not gonna be able to do much. You're just gonna be able to put it up or down. And I'm like, that's not true. And they'll be like, oh, but I have family with locks and that's all they do. And I'm like, stay tuned. Stay tuned. And lastly, my locks make me feel sexier because they are a beautiful extension of me. And in a literal way, as well as figuratively, but literally, these locks grew from my scalp, all right? When I look at the ends, I know this part grew when I was in college. Probably all of this. I was in college. I was trying my best to get my grades nice, as well as maintain a healthy party life, healthy social life, healthy dating life. And this hair, it means a lot to me that I still have it with me. And every now and then when I do look at it, and I have colored it quite a few times over the years, every now and then I do experience some pieces breaking off. And when I do, I think about the fact that this is a part of my college life that's breaking off. And I don't need to hold on to that. I'm grown now. I'm grown, so you know, if it wants to break off, I'll let it break off. I mean, a part of that is because I'm at a length where I feel comfortable losing some inches. But I still make sure that I give this part of my hair some extra love. I make sure to moisturize it more than I moisturize the rest of it because it's so old relative to the rest of my hair. But I appreciate it. It really does make me grateful for my experiences in college, in class, partying and dating and living, learning. And that wisdom that comes with that helps me feel sexy. You know, a lot of the times, you know, when we talk about sexiness, we talk about physical. Of course, physical is very sexy. But that's about looking sexy and looking sexy to others and looking sexy to yourself. But looking sexy and feeling sexy are not synonymous. They're not one and the same. And what's more important, especially, I can speak on myself, feeling sexy is way more important than looking sexy. Because, I don't want to put this on all women, but I'll speak for myself again. We have our days, I have my days where I just don't feel like that girl, physically. And when I have those days, I just have to remember who I am. I have to remember who I am, and I just have to look back. Keisha, who are you? Oh, daughter of Joanne and Walden, right? Guyanese American, first generation, breaking generational curses on a daily basis. Being an example for young black women coming up after me. Being an example for older black women looking to millennials. I achieved the goals I set out. I achieved every goal I set out to achieve, almost. Almost. I'm still relatively young, I got time. And after reminding myself of who I am, I mean, listen, that was just a couple of minutes. I can go on for like 10 minutes If I need to, I'll go on for 10 minutes reminding myself who I am. And it gets me to a place where I'm like, I don't even care what this mirror is telling me right now. Okay, I feel like that girl, and when I step into the world, I get treated like that girl. And remember that it's about how you feel. How you feel dictates the energy that you exude into the world, and you get treated accordingly. Be mindful of your energy at all times. I know there's probably times where you know that you are dressed down, your face is beat, your hair is laid, you are snatched. But for whatever reason, maybe you don't know how you're paying your bills next month. Or maybe you are having a rocky time with your family members or your loved ones, your significant other. That can really dictate how you feel. So even though you may be looking sexy, you're not feeling it. And to me, there's no point in looking sexy if you're not feeling it. But that's my 10 cents. My 2 cents is free. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you check out KeishaCharmaine.com. See what products are new and what's back in stock. Check out the reviews. Thank you so much for watching and for supporting my shop. I truly appreciate you. We're almost at 100,000 subscribers here on my channel. Woo! If you need an example of some persistence and dedication, look to your girl, because I've been on YouTube for a long time. Okay? I'm about to get my plaque. You hear me? Thank you so much for watching. Love, light, and locks.